Recorded Books presents Deeper Than Love by Blake Karrington, narrated by Soozi Cheyenne. Prologue. Steering the dark sedan into the Bank of America parking lot, the driver slowly swept his eyes over the surrounding area. Loud music resounded from a passing SUV, while to the left, a woman who looked to be in her early to mid-20s led a small toddler in the direction of a waiting car. Locking eyes with the youngster and receiving a frown and an antagonistic wag of the tongue, the driver, in any other instance, would have found this act funny. However, today was different. Ignoring the child and his mother completely, he focused on the bank and tightened the silencer on the Heckler & Koch 9mm that sat on his lap. Then he placed his dark shades over his eyes and slowly turned to face the men sitting quietly in the sedan with him. Watching as they screwed on their silencers, the driver, their appointed leader, replayed the plans that had been made earlier through his mind. He was prepared to carry them out, and sure that his crew was as well. So he realized there was no need to cover any last-minute strategies. They had been through this too many times. Thus, in his opinion, he knew that his team was well prepared. Team 1, everything is in order on this end, the no-nonsense voice announced through the headset. Breaking his train of thought, the driver glanced down at his watch. No response or reply was necessary because this particular drill had been reenacted numerous times. Team 1, it's clear on my end as well. A loud crackling sound could be heard through the headset after the message, making it clear to each passenger in the car that their backs were truly covered. The two vehicles that covered their getaway carried enough, if not more, ammunition and weapons than were needed to hold off a small army. Grabbing the black gym bag beside him on the seat, the driver set the 3-minute timer on his brightening Bentley watch. Then snapping around into the pistol chamber and placing the weapon in his waistband, he said, "You both know the routine, so let's go get this money." Exiting the vehicle with a cocky, insistent stride, the three men could have held the titles of executive officers of any Fortune 500 company. Their Brooks Brothers suits, wingtip shoes, crisp, starched white shirts, and overcoats flapping in the breeze with every forward step distinguished them from the others they passed on their short journey into the bank. Only what no one seemed to notice or care for was that the well-dressed men had come to rob them. Naturally, therefore, as they entered the bank with weapons drawn and yelling loudly, the employees and patrons were surprised. Nevertheless, this was nothing new or out of the ordinary for the three bank robbers. Today's robbery would be the 13th for their crew. They were becoming a serious thorn in the side of Atlanta's law enforcement agencies. Yet the only thing that mattered to them was the millions that were so obtainable. Thanks to their newly acquired riches, the game had suddenly changed. Chapter 1. Tossing the heavy briefcase in the middle of the large oak conference table, Agent Johnson stared blankly at the surveillance photos that escaped the folder and scattered all over the heavily varnished surface. Far removed from his normal calm, cool demeanor, Johnson was experiencing the stress that accompanied his job for the first time in his vivid memory. "Okay," he announced, blowing out a short breath. "It seems that the director has taken a personal interest in this case," Johnson continued, pointing to the folder in clear view with large portions of its spilled contents.
Sample complete. Ready to continue?